beings. So this is going to run from the 15th until the end of the month. I am using this Joie de Vivre deck, and if it has been difficult to see in the past, the images, then I do feel that, you know, with a high definition, it will be much easier for you to see. So let me get all the cards laid out first, because I want to understand the direction in which this is going. It's also been like almost 2 months since I used the deck, so the cards are sticking together as well. Okay, we have some amazing cards for you guys. Alright. Okay. So, let's just go over this. I feel that, you know, intuitively, this is jumping out at me as a love reading. And I do feel for the very first time, a lot of you Capricorns might be dealing with 2 potential partners, and you're trying to make, you know, the best choice here. So I do have a very strong water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and this is represented by the King of Cups. And this is somebody who is very emotionally stable, who is has a lot of emotional depth. They are wise, and they operate on a very spiritual, highly evolved function. So what I mean by that is they make the best decisions based on everybody else. That's best for everybody else, and they don't really make decisions based on, you know, emotional responses for things. So they know how to keep their emotions in check. They know how to rein things in. But at the same time, they have a lot of emotional depth and maturity. So this is a very, very solid figure for you. What's crossing it here is the Ten of Coins, which is the property card. And this is usually indicative of, you know, financial abundance and also abundance within the family household. So a lot of you might be in a relationship with this person, or you might have met somebody who is somewhat offering or promising a lot of financial abundance, okay? It is somebody who I feel that, you know, when an emotions card is blocked by the Pentacles card, there might be some type of relationship, marriage situation, estate, or some type of hang-up that is blocking this person's efforts from being in your life in some way. So let's go through the rest of the cards. I do feel here, the other sign that is in the picture is showing up as an air sign. And we have the Knight of Swords as well as the King of Swords. And I do feel for a lot of you, this might be the Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Their personality tends to be a little bit more argumentative. They're very intelligent, very bright, but I do sense that in terms of emotional depth, they might be a little bit lacking. They might not have the sustaining power to maintain a relationship. So for a lot of you, this might be a relationship partner, and it can be male or female. But I do feel I have the King of Cups as well as the Knight of Cups, and then I have the Knight of Swords as well as the King of Swords. So the way that I can read this in an alternate, I guess, slant, is that you might be dealing with somebody who is very rational, but they're able to balance out that rationality with, you know, emotion. So I do feel that, you know, you're dealing with somebody for the rest of this month, someone who is very, very level-headed, who's got your best interests at heart. And I do feel if you're looking for any kind of a consultant, you have one coming in that is very emotionally balanced. So either way, it will bode well for all of you. In the past position, we have the Seven of Coins, and in this deck, the Seven of Coins indicates to me It's a situation in which both parties have come together and are building something of value together. Okay, so it's a relationship that is built on reciprocity. When it's in the reverse position, it indicates to me that you've suffered through your bouts of unbalanced relationships, and this can be in a financial setting as well. You've been in situations where you've invested a lot of your time and you're waiting for that time of harvest, but for some reason it's not really coming. So this can extend as far back as like 3 months or 6 months, but I do feel this was just something that you were counting relationships and also in your work and business sector. Well, the universe is basically bringing that exact perfect opportunity in. And what's crowning you here is I don't even feel a lot of you have to go out of your way to seek it, because with the Knight of Swords, this is a very, very fast moving energy that is coming into your life. And it is bringing in a lot of stability, a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of stability, a lot of financial windfall as well as a result of it. The foundation here is we have the Nine of Cups. This is ultimately the wish card. If you've been trying to restore some type of imbalances in your life, this is the time period in which it's coming in, and it is coming in a very swift, but in a very soothing manner. I don't feel there's any destabilizing energies as a result of it. Despite this Knight of Swords bringing a lot of communication back and forth, I do feel that for a lot of you, if you've been dealing with whoever it was that caused the imbalance in the past, they are coming in to rectify the situation. So you don't really have to go out of your way. You step out your door and there's like text messages, communication coming in very rapidly from the other person, from an external party that is trying to right the wrongs, that is trying to make amends. And there is a very nice reconciliatory energy about this. So I do feel that the rest of this month is going to be pretty much smooth sailing for a lot of you. So that's what I'm sensing here. The wish card is indicative of wanting like there's something that I feel that you are very much emotionally invested in. And I feel that it could be a job opportunity. It could be, any type of opportunity that allows you to build, upgrade, or enhance your life in some way and enhance your sense of personal security, okay? So this can be a training program, an internship, a new job, something like that, where it's not exactly, the job would usually show up as the Ace of Pentacles, but I do feel with the Ten of Coins, the Ten of Pentacles, it's something that is very security oriented, and you're waiting on news about this situation. You are very emotionally invested in it, and you're getting very swift, rapid news coming through for you that are generally very positive. Okay, so it's going to be a very good rest of the month. It's perfect timing because it is your birthday time soon as well. Excuse me. So I do hope that the news is everything that you've hoped for. Now, in terms of the advice here, we do have a little bit of a flick out card. This is the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. So when it comes to specific communication, I do feel that this is an energy. I'm not reading this so much as a person, because the person is the King of Cups, and that's like the water sign person. This is more of an energy. I feel that you have a lot of communication coming in, potentially a lot of suitors, and you want to be very diligent about screening out, who is being truthful, who is being sincere. And I do feel if you're dealing with water signs in general, they are being sincere, and you're going to have to look at the situation as if, think about whether or not you're ready to be re-engaged, or think about all the information that is coming through. So for example, if you're waiting to hear back from multiple jobs, and you're getting worried, think about, the top choices, your top options, and hold out for those top options rather than taking on the first offer that comes because you're worried, okay? So that's just the energy that you can control. And this is something that you should try to just, manifest positive things, think positively, think about the top choices rather than settling for, a second-rate option, okay? External to you is the Page of Wands, and you've got a lot of people coming through, but the Page of Wands usually is very, very good news. messages, people thinking about you, sending their, their greetings, and also just generally very positive messages. And it can pertain to work projects as well, or just messages of affection. Okay, so that can play out in terms of friendship, family members, but also in, I do feel that, there is a very romantic vibe about this spread for the rest of this month. So I do feel that, all kinds of messages are being exchanged back and forth. um, the Page of Wands in your external environment also signifies to me that I don't feel you have to go out of your way in order to get things to roll your way. So all this communication could just be, around your birthday time, or it could just be people wanting to reach out to you in general because, when the sun is in our constellation, that's when we shine the brightest. So I do feel that, there's kind of an effortless energy that is bringing in really positive news to you. So it looks so phenomenal. I mean, the outcome, we have the Star card. So you have two wish cards in the upright position. So this is probably one of the best spreads that I've seen for Capricorns. It looks very promising. In terms of your hopes and fears, in terms of your hopes actually, because this is also a very positive card, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands indicates to me this is potentially a partnership and work projects going really well and solidifying and gelling, all right? So this is something that you're really hoping for. You're hoping for that opportunity to prove yourself, to prove what you're made of, and to execute those plans, and to bring everything that you've studied, that you've mastered up to this point, and to bring it out into the world and show the world what you're capable of. So this is kind of like, pining for that spotlight. In terms of relationship, this is also a very relationship-oriented card. The thing about it is I usually associate it with, a sense of long distance communication. It could also be a situation where there might be geographical distance, there might be long-term commitments, or there might be other things that are getting in the way of the relationship, not another person. But I do feel, a sense of geographical distance, a sense of work obligations, other obligations, but overall it is a very positive card. And this is something that you're hoping to bring into your life, or you're hoping to, start to solidify for yourself. So this is pretty much, a wish for a partnership, a wish for that connection with another person on a very, I would also say like on a physical, but also on a very exciting level as well, because the Wands energy indicate, ambition, strive, and determination. So you want somebody with common life goals, but at the same time, I feel that there is somebody in your midst that meets all of your criteria, and you're hoping this person would manifest his or herself into your life and to offer more of a commitment, or even more of I guess like more of a relationship offer. Okay, so that's coming through. And I do feel it is going to be for projects as well, all right? For projects as well. So in terms of the outcome here, we have amazing, amazing cards. So we do have the Star card, and the Star is the wish fulfillment card. The Star indicates everything that you've dreamt of, everything you've tried to manifest, and everything that you have, wanted for a really long time to come into existence in your own life. It is being conjured up. Well, you were the one that conjured it up. It is being delivered by the universe. So this is one of those things that indicates, long-term planning. So you have both of the cards in the upright position with the wish card as your foundation. Things are going to start rolling for you in a very positive way. So Capricorns, the rest of this month, I do feel for a lot of you is going to be very phenomenal. So once again, we have rapid, swift communication, and it is going to come through. I feel like almost first, and I do sense, the Star card is represented by the sign of Aquarius. So maybe around, the constellation shifting from Capricorn to Aquarius, a lot of this movement is going to happen for you as well. And I do feel the Wands energy is a fire. It's a very fast moving energy, which is also corroborated by this air sign right here, moving in a very fast manner. So there is going to be a lot of communication coming through that is very productive for growth, for business, or for personal romantic relationships. I do feel another card fell out here, and well, let's go over this one first. We do have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords in the upright position usually indicates a state of worry. You're being kept up at night, and you're not really sure, people's intentions for you. In the reverse position, it usually indicates, coming to an end of that, or at least overcoming that, because a lot of it is mental anxiety and things that, we cycle through like worst case scenarios, or we're kind of kept in limbo. And because of the lack of communication, we don't know where things are headed. So then we just get ourselves into a negative headspace. So with that in the reverse, it indicates to me that, the worries and everything else is coming to an end, and you're going to be operating in a very positive vibe this month. So once again, I do feel, the last card that came out here is the King of Swords in the reverse position. There is going to be an air sign coming through, possibly by that time of towards the end of the month, after the sun shifts into the sign of Aquarius, okay? So this can be another Aquarius, or it could be, an air sign altogether. So those are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libras. So there is an air sign in your midst, and I do feel that they could potentially, I feel that they're well-meaning in general, but they might overextend themselves and, make promises, make plans and things like that, but they can't keep. I don't feel this as a romantic partner, but I do sense there is almost like this missed opportunity with them, okay? But I do feel you have a lot of other suitors in the picture, so you don't have to worry, okay? If you're looking for a situation where you're consulting somebody, I do sense that, usually I read the King of Swords as a consultant. This is somebody who is a freelancer who comes and goes, and I do sense if you're looking for any type of consultation, or you're looking for any types of appointments, the cards are advising you, actually, you do have a lot of power and you do wield a lot of knowledge, okay? This is a card about dispensing knowledge out into the world. So my advice here is you probably can do it yourself, and you probably don't need their expertise as much. So have that sense of self-trust and know that you are capable of doing everything else, okay? I also feel as well that, usually consultants, they charge for their services. There is an opportunity for you for this month, for the rest of this month actually, or coming up into February and March, to be in the limelight where you are dispensing knowledge. So a lot of you might be called upon to give some type of presentation, to recount your experience in a very personal fashion, where you might have personal experience with a certain country because you've traveled there, and someone wants you to be a speaker and talk about your experiences there. So it can be in a public platform. So I do feel the spotlight is being shown on you, Capricorns, for the rest of this month. I also feel you are going to enjoy it quite a bit, and it is going to bring in a lot of potential overall, okay? For those of you who are dealing with a romantic partner that is a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and for some reason there's some type of estate planning, possibly a marriage or something like that, that is keeping them hostage or holding them up, I do feel that, give them some space, detach a little bit, for them to sort out their own life, and you move on with yours. Because I do feel that they need the time apart from you in order to sort things out for themselves, and then come back to you when they are more whole, when they are more ready, okay? So I do sense this is an internal conflict that they have to deal with on their own, whereas you're the star. You're going to shine the rest of this month, so you leave it alone and you move on to your own things, okay? So I guess don't put your life on hold on account of somebody else. Let them sort out their things, and then you both will come in together. So quite a bit. If you'd like a private reading, please contact me at temperatestar@gmail.com. And my website, as well as the scheduling website, can be found in the description box below. It's a very easy booking process. I also want to say shout outs to